You're watching Dukascopy TV. I'm Elaine Stenson. Lending to companies in the Eurozone contracted at the fastest pace on record in November, piling pressure on the ECB to do more to revive the currency bloc's economy. Hervé Goulletquer from Crédit Agricole in Paris joins me on the line now. Hervé, how much of a negative impact will this have on the Eurozone?
I think that we have to understand where we stand and what does it mean about, I will say, lending behavior of the private sector. Today, we are still in a deleveraging process. It means simply that companies, households, prefer to save than to invest. So at the end, the appetite for more lending is small. So we can have some improvement in growth, even, I would say, with limited credit, limited lending, and only with the gradual improvement in economic conditions, we will have some acceleration in lending.
The ECB has cut interest rates to a record low, pumped extra liquidity into the banking system and announced a yet-to-be-used government bond purchase programme. But the measures have so far not reached all corners of the Eurozone evenly. There is still no sign of any trend change in bank lending to Eurozone businesses, but the ECB is unlikely to launch new measures when it meets next week, after Mario Draghi said there was no need for immediate action. How do you respond to this? And do you think that more action is necessary?
What we have to understand is the current scheme of economic improvement, and we have today the example of the US or the UK. First, and of course, considerable easing in monetary policy. Second, an improvement in financial condition, whatever banking system or capital market, and then some improvement on the real economy front. So where do we stand in the Eurozone? Considerable easing. It is done. Maybe we can discuss to know if more can be done, but I will say most of this part is now behind us. Second, improvement in financial conditions. Yes, it is the bulk of the issue today within the EMU. We know that there is still doubt about the quality of banking sector balance sheet, and I think it is the precise point where ECB has to go for more efforts, and it is in process. It is the way to scrutinize the quality of banking asset. It is a stress test. When there will be more confidence in the banking sector, the transmission mechanism from the central bank to commercial bank will improve, and it will be also a way to have, I will say, more ability to lend for banks, and so it will be a way to accelerate the pace of growth within the Eurozone.
The ECB's record low interest rates do not benefit all parts of the currency bloc equally. Eurozone M3 money supply grew at an annual pace of 1.5%, picking up slightly from 1.4% in October. How positive is this?
It is only marginally positive because, I will say, the positive development of money supply relative to the negative development of lending is mostly the result of more deposit in the Eurozone system by foreign investors. So we have to be cautious about the meaning of the divergence between money supply and credit. But I think that behind these macroeconomic data, what we have to keep in mind is the still financial fragmentation within the Eurozone. Simply, it means that lending development, money supply development are very different from one country to another one. And so the shorter we will be able to fix a financial situation in the weakest countries of the EMU, in the peripheral countries of the EMU, the better it will be for the entire area.
Hervé, thanks so much for joining me on the line today, and that's all from me this week, but we will of course be back with more updates and interviews next week, so do check back for that. Bye for now.